Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're back tuned into the Wave Runners podcast. This is Bird. Follow me on Instagram at Bird is the word.
And it's the Finesse King himself. You can follow me on Instagram at Finessely Snipes. We're now here at the Banni Peru store in West Philly, sitting here with the owner.
What's up? Y'all, my name is Will Walker. Young Will I am the owner of Banni Peru.
Yes, sir.
Talk your shit, Will. All right, so now we here, right? So our whole thing is we want to uplift individuals, teach them how to start a business, maintain a business, and just follow their dreams, right? Mm-hmm. And we seen you being ahead of your wave, and we really want to teach individuals and see if you could drop some gems on people and see if you can enlighten them on how to follow their wave. Even if it's not included, maybe your endeavors that you could teach them and things you could teach them will actually help them in whatever field they want to go into.
Right, so that's going to be the basis of our interview. We like to start off with like a little icebreaker, you know what I'm saying, just to break the ice first. So we're going to start off with a few questions, right?
Okay.
All right, so today's icebreaker is going to be this or that. And like the other ones we had, a bunch of other ones. This one is this or that, right? So I'm going to say two things and then you tell me this or that.
Okay.
All right, so for you personally, Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
For you?
For me?
Yeah.
I like Instagram. I don't get on Twitter.
I like Instagram too. I was surprised.
You make money on Instagram. You can't make that much money on Twitter to me.
Twitter is for humor.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the humor of Twitter, but I don't like to actually hear anybody's actual opinions about like real life stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like I don't care what people think.
All right.
Let's see what you say because you're from Philly. Roddy Ricch or Lil Uzi?
I'll say Roddy Ricch.
Okay.
Roddy the style Ricch. Of it though.
I mean, just because I'm from Philly, I mean, Uzi cool, you know. I think he's a good artist. He's, you know, unique. His marketing skills is crazy, but Roddy Ricch, when I'm designing shit and like thinking of stuff, I feel where he coming from. Like,
really vibe out to him.
Yeah, it's a hustle in his music. Like, you can hear it. Like,
okay, I can understand that. Then
where you at, Bert?
Rowdy.
Yeah, that's unanimous. Yeah. That's crazy. Both of these is unanimous. All right, next one: sports car or luxury car?
I always had a Benz, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Luxury then.
You luxury?
Yeah.
Damn,
I had a sports car, and it's just not
you
the
have
ride.
Yeah, I have sports cars too.
But I have a luxury
sports cars get you more.
Car.
No. You have a sports car right now.
Sports car get you more like attention versus a luxury car. I had a Challenger, and I always got pulled over versus me having a regular CLA 250. Never got pulled over.
Yeah. I got a Porsche. I never get pulled over. I've never been pulled over.
But mine is a luxury sports.
It's luxury sports, but
I got a BMW, but I got a two-door BMW. So mine is more or less.
I did sports. Sports was my first car, but after that, I always went like for luxury. So every time I was in there, I always got pulled over. It didn't matter. So
my Charger, I was being pulled over. Any of them cars,
right.
Forget that.
So the next John is, I feel like I know what the answer is going to be: fly or drive or trains. Drive/train. Like if you had to get somewhere, if you got to go wherever right now, would you prefer to fly or take the train or drive?
I mean, by any means necessary. I'd be like Diddy, bring me a cheesecake if I had to. Like,
you gotta walk to that motherfucker. You gonna do it?
Listen here.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on where you from. Like in New York, like for example, when Cardi B had got that car, she didn't know how to drive,
right?
Because she always caught the train. The train is so common, and you got Ubers and Lyfts nowadays. Like, you know, I mean, to be flashy, I pull up, but to really get there, I use Ubers and Lyft. I don't got a car. I rent and got Ubers and Lyft. I don't need one. I live downtown, like so. It's like everything is right there.
Facts.
Yeah. Atlanta is more or less like a New York. You don't really need the car.
No, you need. Don't get me wrong. If you live in it, like this, let me say this. Folks that claim to say I live in Atlanta, no, you live outside of Atlanta.
The outskirts.
Yeah, I live downtown Atlanta, like where City Hall and everything is at. So it's like when I do my packaging, FedEx is downstairs in my building. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just getting on the elevator going straight right there. The clubs is like 5-10 minutes up the street. Brunches and stuff like that. When I did have a car, I always got like pulled pulled over like. So I'd rather just take Ubers and Lyft.
I know too much about that. I wish I could take an Uber to work every day.
We just had that conversation last night.
Yeah, I'm about to get into that.
Facts. So speaking of Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. Atlanta or Philly?
Atlanta.
Let
me say this. I love Philly, but when I graduated from Cheney, shout out to Cheney, first HBCU, When I graduated from Cheney back in 2015, I started working over at CNN in Atlanta.
Right.
To me, it's like I left here, I was teaching, and then when I got to my dream job, it's like, damn, they not paying enough. And you try and hang on in there, but it's just like, I ain't really trying to rock with it. Yeah. So that maybe want to start this clone line, but Atlanta has too many connections and too many pools. It's not really a crab in the barrel ass city. You feel what I'm saying? Philly, I love Philly. Let me say this: I love Philly mindset because it wasn't for Philly, I wouldn't be the hustler that I am.
Right.
Philly people have a hustling mindset. Anywhere you go, you can make it. We just got hustler ways, but to stay in this city is toxic. And I'm just being honest. Like,
I got a question, and as a matter of fact, this is for you too, because he said crab in a barrel.
Yeah.
So from where we from, we tend to say that as well. Do you think that's an East Coast thing? Because he's saying Philly's the same, and which is weird because I always came to Philly. Like, everybody know I'm not from Philly, but I always been in Philly and all that.
Yeah, I say the Southern hospitality is real. Like, people down south really want to uplift, and if you need this, I'm gonna make sure you got it. Your kids need something, I'm gonna make sure they got it.
Now let me say this though. It's not the people that's from Atlanta, it's the people that move to Atlanta. You can't trust them. The ones that move to Atlanta, because you're not really from Atlanta. Yeah. But the ones that's really from Atlanta, it's like, it's love, bro. Like,
Once you make it.
Yeah, like last night I went to Lil Key, and I'm like, make sure Banni get on the list, for his birthday party. Mm-hmm. We're in there chilling, and ain't no security. We just regular. I'm always getting invited to that. Let me say, it's never like, oh, he's not on the list. It ain't nothing funny. They don't do no funny business. No, ain't nobody trying to be celebrities down there. Everybody, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's vibing.
Everybody can vibe, everybody can help. And then later on, we get into the story about how I started my brand. How I really pushed. Arrogant Tay, he's Nicki's hairstylist, but at the time he was Tiana's hairstylist. When I first started this brand,
Nicki Minaj and Tiana Taylor for y'all that don't know. You gotta throw that out there. You feel me?
When I first started this brand, it was BS. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, everybody started with the t-shirts and the screen printing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. By me moving to Atlanta, that helped me open my eyes and say, like, all right. I remember me going into Tay booth. At the time, he had a booth, like a hair salon booth. And I'm like, yo, you want to buy this? And they was like, they kept it real, like, no, that's not really our speed. Right. I took a year off. I came back. I dropped the Graham Cott sweatsuit. That's one of my top. It's a classic. It's one of my top sweatsuits. As I was DMing him, he was DMing me saying, I want to buy that. Me being a communications major, I said, let me call Tiana Taylor and see if she'll wear one of my jackets. He called her. She said fire in the text. You feel what I'm saying?
How did that feel? Pause. How did that feel? Like,
if you know what? Because I'm
bringing the story.
Still to this day, I'm a fan of her, but me and her are like this. You feel what I'm saying? We friends. We can FaceTime, call her, laugh. For my fashion show, she did a tribute for me.
I see.
I remember one day I called her like 3 a.m. because her song was on, and she answered, and we like, yo, we vibe. You feel what I'm saying? So she had called me, like, bro, come over, drink some Henny in the pool. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a connection. If I didn't move to Atlanta, none of these connections would have happened. Right. From the Alexa Skies, the Amora Jadis, to the Bernice, to the Fabs, to the Davies. It can go on and on because I got the connections through Atlanta. Right. You know what I'm saying? Versus if I was up here, I don't even want to say that. If I was up here, it just wouldn't. It wouldn't be limited. Right.
And you forgot very Future because your joint was in the crushed up. Your joint was in the crushed up video.
If you go name drop, drop them all, huh?
You got to drop that. You feel me?
That's so with all that, right? So you went to Cheney, you said, right? Mm-hmm. And I was doing some research and I seen you alpha, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that you being an alpha instill morals and values in you that you portray within your business and entrepreneurship?
The funny thing about it is behind the scenes, the reason of me doing this brand was to get money for a certain cause.
Right.
My goal for 2021, and I'm doing the steps. It's a long process. I'm getting a group home, and the reason why I wanted to get a group home because growing up behind the scenes, I lived from pillow to pillow. House to house, mom on drugs. Me and my father not getting along, so I'm getting put away in group homes and foster care and stuff like that. So me trickling back, as a kid, I remember them saying, making me try to take medicine, and it's like, bro, I don't need medicine.
Right.
I know that stereotype in those situations. You give a child meds, they fall asleep, then you want to punish them for falling asleep in class when it's not should be like that. So I wanted to break the barriers of that, you know. And a lot of these kids now, they really need homes. They really need that love, that support. You feel what I'm saying? Those that don't know, I got my little brother when he was 1 out of foster care. Was my mom's child. He's 8 now. But if I would have never done that, or the steps to be a foster parent, or have those credentials under my belt, I could never get this group home. I would have to start from square one, and it's a long process. You feel what I'm saying? So my game plan is to get a group home. It's not, I'm still gonna let it close. Like you say, Alpha is all mankind in the community service, and what you're giving back to your community. So that's me giving back to my community. That's dope. But I'm doing it my way. I don't really want people putting in funding and the government really coming in. So it's like, the money is here, but the money is getting taken into a different zone, and where I can just buy this land or buy this property straight cash, and it ain't no, I got a lender, a bank, or investor, none of that. I don't want none of that.
Nobody holding nothing over your head.
Nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It's mine. You feel what I'm saying?
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. You definitely instilling something into these youth and making sure they got a way. Something that major. You don't, you didn't have per se, you said. Right.
But the Saturday, when you said the Greek thing, this fall, actually, I'm doing the paperwork. It's going to be Banni Peru, D9 and Pearl. Okay. So basically, it's going to be it's a game, right? Greeks have lines spring and fall.
Right.
You have homecomings. You just have the hype Greeks that want to be nil you. I used to be a hype Greek. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Want to nil you down to the socks. You got the spring flames. You got the, you know what I'm saying, the spring breaks and stuff like that. The Greeks. So it's like, for the past 2-3 years, everybody that's Greek like, yo, drop a Greek line. I'm like, no, you drop a Greek line. They ain't in my lane right now. But I know what that money need to look like to get this land and this property for this group home. Right. Only way it's gonna happen if you say, okay, we're about to drop a Greek line in the fall, about to drop a maternity line, because women are always pregnant, all year round. So it was like, active wear is a big thing in this city, all over. So it was like everything was coming together. But to get the funding that I need for that group home, because I want the group home to be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just like, no, we gonna fix her upper.
Right.
I want them to feel like when the kid come, they got a home. It ain't nothing that they be like, well, this some shit, this ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The last one I was in.
Right. So I want them to feel like it always starts from the home to me. So you say you're in the foster home, group home. If it's things right in that group home, you won't go out to school and act up because it's something that's bothering you inside your home. You're gonna go to school with a fresh mindset and a clear head. I got it good when I come home, so why am I gonna act up in school? I'm not coming to school looking pissy or dirty or smelly.
Right.
I got my hair cut. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of behind the scenes funding and things that you need. So you tell a barbershop, yo, every 2 weeks, I need you to come down and cut their hair.
Right. That'd be dope.
You gotta have the money and stuff like that for that. So they be like, yo, my shit. Mr. Will, he always made sure, you know what I'm saying? That's
made sure my hair was cut.
Yeah, so that's all I feel like. That's good in my heart. So
and anybody that know know he's like dead ass about his little brother. If honestly, if you didn't know him, you would think that might be his son.
We look just alike.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, they was on Instagram beefing the other day, talking about something. What was he saying? He was on Instagram popping shit. Like he sent them a little voice. Sent them a voice memo like, yeah, you got the Rona, like, right at his neck.
And it's just like,
but that's what's up. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Giving back and then taking some of your personal triumphs.
Don't get me wrong. This brand, the brand is far. You know what I'm saying? For me. Okay, let me just say it like this. You got a brand and you have fashion.
Right.
I'm fashion. I'm not a brand. I'm a household name. When New York Fashion Week reached out to me and inducted me into New York Fashion Week, that's now you under the Balenciagas, the Mason Martin, you in the same building as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? To do your own show. Of course, they charged me, it was 10 stacks. Me personally, I'm not going to throw money away like that because I did that for London Fashion Week.
Okay.
But to have that same type of audience where Kanye, Nicki, Cardi, everybody's in that one building moving around rooms to watch these different shows, that's a good feeling to me. Yeah. Vogue, I got published and vote. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's more than just the street where I'm dropping a suit line late June. I introduced it in my last fashion show.
Yeah.
I get married in October.
You know,
You might be having a Banni Peru suit on.
Reason why is I remember I was on the elevator and Thug had called Zoe Dupree is the stylist, is one of his stylists, and they're like, yo, we need something for the Grammys and da-da-da. Of course you can't, at the time I was on bubble coats heavy. Of course you can't wear a bubble coat or a sweatsuit to the damn Grammys, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, I was on the elevator, I looked at this Caucasian man, I'm like, you think I should do suits? He's like, yeah, make that shit happen. So it's like, you really put in the thought and like to pursue it. Right. Don't rush it though. Cause I've been talking about for a whole year, and finally this year it was like, all right, boom, let's get it happen, let's make it happen. Last fall I finally started dropping clothing like shirts, pants, dresses. I went over China back in November. I was trying to drop a cologne and a perfume. Cause you know you walk in like a Zara's or H&M. Every time you check out the register, they always have that up, smell goods and stuff up top. Yeah. So just like to move your brand more. Everybody getting Ubers and Lyfts. You feel what I'm saying? The driver can't see you, but they can smell you.
Correct.
And they can be like, yo, what is that you have on? Oh, I have on Banni Peru.
You walk past somebody.
Once you get out the car, he or she is on the phone, like, let me see what Banni Peru. Oh, I got dog clothes. They got Banni Peru, or they got kids clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It goes on and on and on and on. So
that communication major took you a long way.
Yeah.
Facts. So going into that, what made you start Banni Peru? What made you say, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is the lane I'm going. You feel me?
Honestly, I was at work. I remember it was New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2015. Mm-hmm. My homie Dava, he a Kappa. We was having a little fake beef, like just joking or whatever.
Yeah. Greek shit.
Yeah, but he worked in merchandising. I'm like, bro, I want to do an online men's boutique because at the time, female boutiques was on the rise, but nobody was really worried about the men.
Right.
So it's like, let me see what I could dibble and dabble. He was like, no, you need to do a clothing line. And I'm like, no, everybody got a clothing line. Like, where we from? Like, that's just, he like, yeah, everybody got a clothing line, but everybody don't got the same mindset as you will. Like, growing up, if you knew me, it'd be like, you'd be like, I know I'm fresh as shit. Yeah. But when people come like, for real, it's just like, you got to play that off. So I didn't come up with the name. He came up with the name.
And it was originally something longer.
It was Banni Peru Paris. Mm-hmm. I took off Paris because it's like, that's too long. And nobody was saying Banni Peru Paris. They were saying Banni Peru. But when you look at Louis Vuitton, it's really Louis Vuitton Paris. Don't nobody say Paris at the end, but you always see it anywhere, like on the logo.
Yeah. Right.
Moved to Atlanta like 2 weeks later. I dropped my little 16 t-shirts, gave them out free promo. You know what I'm saying? Because if a person buys something, they're obligated to tag you because they felt like I brought it. But if you gave it to them and they fuck with it, they're going to tag you. If you know fashion, it's just a mindset. You know it. So around this time, this army wave came out. Everybody's wearing olive. I don't think if y'all remember, everybody wanted to wear olive.
Mm-hmm. My girl probably bought me hella.
So everybody like, yo, why you dropping olive? I'm like, because y'all about to start wearing it.
Right.
Soon as summertime came, everybody wanted this army wave, and I'm like, yeah, I've been on shit. Them bulletproof vests, I dropped them Jones in 16. Everybody clowned me, and I was saying in the comments like, yo, why the fuck boy think he 50 Cent? Listen, 2 years later, everybody walking around with bulletproof vests. So I remember one day I went on Instagram, I said, I started this shit, and I'm gonna speak on that because y'all was dragging me. And they like, damn, no bullshit. They was on Philly Scoop like, no bullshit. Well, numbers don't lie. You feel what I'm saying? The dates don't lie on the Facebook. I put it on. Come on, man.
Yeah, you put it on Facebook.
Right. So it's like, what hit me was, how do you want this? Like I just said, you want to be a household name or you want to be a brand?
Right.
So it's like, was you in it for the money? In the beginning, I was. It was like, damn, I'm making all this money off of t-shirts, off of little sweatshirts. Now I ain't gonna knock it. I was going to Former Mills, put my name on something. It was easy money. Right. It was paying my rent. At the time, I quit CNN because I was so invested into saying that this was gonna happen. I ain't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I always told myself, how could you make your dream happen if you're working for somebody else? And it was like I was working at Saks Fifth and I quit.
Dropping a lot of jewels. I hope y'all listening.
If you wanted to make this happen, it's like, okay, still use your college education. I survived off of resumes and cover letters and a few doing pay stubs here and there.
Okay.
You be surprised who need resumes.
That's a side business.
You know what I'm saying? You be surprised who need resumes and cover letters.
Yeah.
And pay stubs.
I was charging them $75 for a packet. You know what I'm saying?
That's
that shit was paying.
Put it together.
You know what I'm saying? It was paying bills. I was in my new Balenciagas again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was running up, but I said, whoa. I found a manufacturer, a good one that it wasn't like, oh, you need 100 pieces. They only wanted 50.
Okay.
So I'm like, for order me.
Hold on, real quick. For the people that don't know, because I know what you're talking about when you say that.
Yeah.
That don't where you don't have to what is it called, the minimums?
MOQs.
Right. So in the fashion industry, when you go to start a brand, you may go to a manufacturer and you may say, all right, this is my design. The person that you're trying to get to make your stuff will be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. You have to get 100 of those though.
Right.
And when you starting off, so I got to get 100 shirts, 100 pants, 100 of this jacket, 100 of like, you know what I'm saying, for whatever your line is. And when you're starting off, that's not
realistic for them.
Realistic, right? So he found somebody that did lower minimum. Sorry, I just wanted to plug that in for the people who didn't catch that.
So when they told me that, I'm like, all right, I'm not dropping a T-shirt. I could be still going to form a Mills. Yeah. So when you sit down and think, it's like, damn, what costs the most out of any clothing? A coat.
Right.
What can you wear more than once? A coat. What can keep you warm all winter? A coat. So it was like, okay, boom. Do you want to be the next Montclair? Or you want to be better than Montclair? How you want to take it? You feel what I'm saying? So you sit down, you analyze, and when it all came down to it, I needed to get them $15K. Now, this is me like 3 months behind rent, because rent was like $2,500. So you adding that up, it's like, all right, well, you can't get the new Chanel's or new Balenciagas this month. You got to hustle. So that's when the bins get impounded because you're not paying the car note. That's when you put your stuff in the storage because you're getting evicted out your apartment.
You're the real shit.
But it's like, do you really want this to go down? So, you know, and at first they told me it was 9,000. This where the fucked up shit come at. I'm like, we in the club. I'm like, yo, I'm about to, you know.
It's only 9 racks. I got
it.
I didn't plan for it. You feel me?
I got my. I had a pop-up shop. 2 blocks away from here, from the store at.
Okay.
First pop-up shop. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go fully, because everybody was feeling it. They like, yo, he got the bubble jack. I knew this was. You sacrifice everything to make this shit happen. Almost. Right. She like, yeah, shipping this da. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what you mean? Like, I thought you just gonna send this shit off. She's like, no, shipping is $5,000. Cause you got coats, and coats is cotton, and there's a lot of like, you know what I'm saying?
The weight of it is
the weight.
Crazy.
So that's 100 and some jackets, and you got 100 sweatsuits. So I'm like, damn. Come on, Will. Go to U-Haul, pay the little $60. Don't pay your rent this month. You're evicted. Came to Philly, October 27, 2017. I'll never forget. God is my witness, bro. I don't know what it was or what about that Graham Kyle, that Dino jacket. That's a classic.
Yeah.
It's my favorite jacket.
I sold out that first pop-up shop. From that $15K, I left out of here with like $20,000. I made $5,000. I made a $5,000 profit, but it felt good to say, damn, I made it. Because originally I was selling jackets for $120. When you don't know the game, you're just like, I'm trying to make some quick money.
What it is.
Me, honestly, I called it short change because I never thought that this was going to happen. I thought by December of this year, everything was going to sell out and I was going to have to find a job, but it didn't work like that. So I said, whoa, before you go buy these Gucci's, because Gucci was on the rise coming back up, wait. Call your manufacturer, say, yo, I need another bulk. And when I called them, she like, what you mean, package never came? I'm like, no, everything going. Like, it's sold out. You feel what I'm saying?
Hurry up.
That's when Tay was writing me. I had one sample left. The sample that I had. I only wore one time Powerhouse little walkthrough. Took that shit off. I'm about to take this to the cleaners and get off this He like, yeah, let me get that orange one because he was trying to buy it. I'm like, no, call Tiana. Tiana said, can he make it in red? That's her favorite color. Mm-hmm. I called the manufacturer. I'm like, yo, big money. Texting them on WeChat, like, big money. They like, all right. They had that sample to me like 7 days. I'm telling them, y'all need another 100 jackets. And I was waking up every day with different, I want to make this jacket. Right. I want to make this jacket. And it was happening. So then there comes a play. Tiana like, oh, Fab said he won't fuck with you.
Oh, damn.
So I'm like, huh?
So you start getting plugged
Fab
through
throw that
other
shit
artists.
on. Everybody knows
Right.
Fab throw that shit
And I like Fab because he tagged the individuals
Yeah.
who clothing
Definitely.
he
He
wears.
don't pay. He don't charge you. If he fuck with it, he not gonna charge you. But I heard his text is crazy to get a tag. So Fab like, I want a green coat. Nobody gotta have it. I'm like, all right. Call the manufacturer. I need this and that. I'm like, no, this big money. Like, she like, all right. Coach was coming in like you would have thought I was like a goat. You know what I'm saying? Coach was coming in. I'm like, damn. Sweatsuits. I was getting them every color. I ain't know what else to design. But I had this one sweatsuit that was bringing in the money.
I'm gonna run it.
Bringing in everything.
Right.
And it's like, all right, cool. I think by the end of December, I done sold like at least 800 jackets. From October to December. Because I was like, and the manufacturer, they going to keep fucking with you because they like, damn, he bringing in this money. You feel what I'm saying? It was Christmas night. 2017, I'm driving. Dylan, we in the back. We going to somebody's house.
That's his little brother.
My phone going off. I'm like, what? When your phone go off, the only thing you gonna think like, who the fuck passed away? Like,
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, Fab just tagged you. This man did a Christmas photo shoot with the coat. All his family, I'm saying, he had it on the Christmas tree. I'm like, yo. Dave East hopped in the DMs like, I want to buy all them. I said, no, I'll give you one and you buy the rest because you don't get free promo if a person buy. I had a pop-up shop in New York, January 18th, 2018. Dave East wore it that week. He had a whole press. His album dropped, did a whole little walkthrough photo shoot tag. I'm like, you smart. Yeah. Because that week I had a pop-up shop and all the New Yorkers, bro, I lied to you not. I pulled up. We closed it like curtain Jones. I had it in in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. Bro, we opened the curtain. I can pull up a video. Line was wrapped around the corner like the welfare office. It was like fucking pen knot calling B32. I'm looking, they bum rush. I'm like, whoa. They're like, yeah, we want that joint. We want that coat. People from Philly rolled up because I didn't have a store. Right. So either way you catch me, if you catch me in Atlanta, because I was shipping from I had a studio at the time, shipping from my studio. You know, when I bounced back, I bought me a nice little upgraded studio, got my crowd. I was feeling good.
Real quick, when you walked outside and you peeped that the line was wrapped around the corner,
I didn't walk outside. My sister, she like, well, that line around the corner. Cause it was cold. She's like, you need to let them people in because it's cold outside. Yeah. And I'm like, girl, come on, like, cause I stopped gassing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like 4 or 5.
You want some shit?
I'm not from Philly. I mean, I'm not from New York. So why would
the line be around the corner? How did that feel,
bro? It's like Yeezy had a line, fucking Jordan had a line, Banni got a line. You feel what I'm saying?
That's dope.
When they bum rush, I'm like, damn, I should have got security. I'm like, y'all gotta wait. Because everybody was trying to grab a certain color. Bro, I left out of there with nothing. I think we made like $42K.
Damn. In a pop-up.
For a pop-up shop.
I didn't, but this is the thing. Now you gotta go back online, and this is where the shit that people don't understand. It was coats selling online that I didn't have. Because I sold it at the pop-up shop because I wasn't, when you're not business savvy and you don't understand the game.
They understand you gotta limit it.
Right, so it's like, damn, I gotta do all these returns. They was like, no, just let me know when you gonna get the code in stock.
Damn, they was loving you.
This is when you still don't know the game. We around January. January is a Chinese New Year. Everybody's on break. Mm-hmm. So we wasn't getting close to February. I'm like, they not gonna be done in February. They're like, that's cool. We still want that joint. Like, it's gonna be cold till like March. Yeah. So you start learning the game. You start learning Chinese New Year. You start learning that they, on break. Around this time, I was doing a world tour. I had 4 fashion shows in 1 month. I did Whizlock show in DC.
I was there. That's the first time I ever seen you.
They
at
thought
that show, the flower show.
Yeah, people thought they like, yo, they thought it was my show. I'm like, no, and I didn't really show everything because the following week I did my fashion show in New York. People didn't know who I was. I wasn't inducted to New York Fashion Week at the time. I was like, who are you? So I did my own show. I had Gunna come through, Thug come through, Claremont Twins come through, Jerica, Dream Doll. They came to my shit. Everybody was like, who the fuck is, like, everybody was fucking with me.
Yeah.
Now, when you don't have those type of friends or that support, I never touched no money like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking like, it's like, damn, I got all this. I started buying fucking $5,000 boots. I got the new Balenciaga snow boots, and you feel what I'm saying?
Whatever,
going to Del Frisco's, buying Louis, and the money, you wasn't paying attention. And I met Fern Miles. Fern Miles is the creator of New York Fashion Week. She hit me with what are you going to do next? Yeah, these coats are fabulous, but what you got next? Where's your clothing?
Right.
I'm like, damn, should I do spring line? So I went back to the drawing board. I did a spring fashion show in New Jersey. I did some shit like, the stage was over water. Had them walk over water. I went broke. I didn't think about saving rent or my car note. I was sponsoring friends that need money, like giving out thousands. You know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't know how long. You get adrenaline. You don't know how long this lasts. I'm in different cities popping bottles going against drug dealers. Like, all right, give me Ace of Spades too. Like, give me, and that shit started
bottle wars.
Bottle wars. That's what we call it. Bottle wars.
And that shit started adding up.
A little bit too many times.
You don't pay attention. You know, you buying everybody in the club coming with you. You feeling like Diddy. Like, they on my tab, and I got it, and you. I was like, damn. Well, how the fuck came back from Miami. I had $180, bro. It was like in April, 2018.
So what changed the financial aspect of it? Was it hitting rock bottom to know that, damn, I gotta?
It was my hustle. Once again, that's why I love Tay to death. I said, Alexis had DM me to get a coat done.
Pause, hold on. You be moving too fast. Alexis Sky. You got
Alexis
to
Sky.
drop the whole joint because everybody don't know, you know what I mean?
Alexis Sky had DM me to get a coat and a dress done. And I'm like, at the time, I'm like, they're on break. So by the time they come back, that's not even in my collection. That was just something that I made personally for Dream Doll. She was in his chair getting her hair done. I'm like, man, all I got is samples to my name. I can book this shoot, spend this little $120 because it was $100 to rent, $20 for lights. I'm like, taking you. She's like, yeah, I've been wanting to do, like, what's up? Like, I was like, I'll give you all the samples. Bro, I didn't even know shit about it. This is what I'm saying. You're still learning the game. I didn't know nothing about a pre-order.
Right.
So you got people from LA. Mind you, being this time, I was getting shipments from London. I was shipping all over the world. But I never really had an LA crowd because I got coats.
Right.
It's hot in LA. It ain't really
They're not really buying what you got to offer.
Right. So when I came out with the spring, you had the tights, the windbreaker. They was like, we want that what Alexis had on. I swear to God, she bought me $30K in like a couple of hours. And I'm calling my manufacturer. They wasn't answering me at first. Because I was like going for a month and I contacted them. It's like, I don't got no money for no coats. It's hot right now. So they like, oh, you're back. We thought we lost you. I'm like, no, I need this. Them samples that you made, I need 200 of that. And I was back. And I ain't never going back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never going back like that, bro.
You learn from it.
You learn from your mistakes, and it's like, humble yourself. That God humbled me. And not in like, I think I'm better than you, or, because I never had that mindset. It just was, I felt too cocky with this type of money. And it's like, the money I was saying,
ridiculous.
So listen, so if you're going to do your ups and downs, right? What advice would you give to a new entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur or somebody that wants to get into the fashion industry? Like, what's your advice directly to, you know what I mean, that young boy or girl that's like, damn, I want to do that?
Do what you want to do. a lot of the times it was people saying you should do this, you should do that, and I was falling for it. You know what I'm saying? I should spend my money on that. Or my friends, I'm like, yeah, get them fucking Gucci's. They them Jones.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Be your true self. Don't never let nobody dictate your brand, because then that becomes their brand. And you ain't gonna never have no weight over my head saying,
right,
oh, he wouldn't have got that joint if it wasn't for me. No, right. I thought about it myself. Once I did the spring collection of that year, it was like, all right, well, you moving, you pushing. I got connected to Amora Jada. She sold me out. So it was like I was moving. But the thing with me that people don't really know, mainly all these celebrities that I connected with, I can call them.
That's good. So you built a personal relationship.
Yeah. So Megan, what y'all need for your dancers is I'm gonna do it collectively. I'm not just gonna worry about just Megan the style. I'm got connected to EJ. EJ was Chris Brown stylist, and now he's Megan styles. Megan the Stallion stylist. EJ, what Megan need for what's rolling out? Rolling out is coming up. Oh, she need this. The dancers need that. So Banni about to do some exclusive shit. Next month I got coming up. I can't say the names, but I'm designing a few outfits for they always do freshman class magazine.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm doing that.
What's that, Complex?
He not saying name.
I can't say.
Oh, the magazine.
But you know, I did do magazines for rolling out magazine. I did it for Bow Wow. He did a front cover with Banni.
I seen that. He did something bathing suit, John, right?
Yeah, it was bathing suit and some suit. So it was like, my resume is long. My resume is there. You feel what I'm saying? It could go on and on. But humble yourself. I always tell people humble themselves. Don't never get too into it, but don't never let motherfuckers think they got one up on you either.
Right.
So you have to play that, like, not
humble yourself, but know your worth.
Yeah.
At the same time,
don't be cocky with it. You know what I'm saying? But just let people know, like, motherfucker, you will never you will never be up on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta be like that, because if you don't, people play with you. And there's a lot of folks that play with me, but I just look at them, what I've done in 2 years compared to your however long you've been out.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It'll kill you that. What you done in the years that you did your stuff, I ain't get no help. I got it from the mud. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't have no celebrities behind me or nothing like that. Me and Dave's Loaf about to drop a line, actually. Spring
together,
collection.
a collab.
Yeah, a collab. Coming this spring. I did something for Tiana and her dancers for I did a Purgatory shirt. She wanted it in the blazers. Got them done for her dancers. So it's like, I make connections. I make it happen. I don't just... Some people like, oh, such and such for my stuff. Cool. Fun fact. For anybody that's coming up, when you give your clothes or promote your stuff to these celebrities, I say try more influencers and try people that have buyers. Amora Jada made $1 million off selling a book, right? She sold here. Ari sold here. Tay sells here, do here. They already have followers that buy from them.
Right.
So if they're buying from them and they see that you got some dope shit, they're going to buy from you.
Correct.
Yeah.
I turned down French Montana. I'm going to be 100. You're not fashion to me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't care. It's not fashion to me.
You turned down French?
When you think of fashion, where do French come in at?
French might have a piece here and there, but what I'm saying is that
it's
but
the
it's
long
like,
run.
People follow him
for his fashion.
So it's not like
so like for example,
like
I'm
Fab,
gonna go,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go there.
Right,
everybody know Fab gonna throw that shit on.
Right, so that's how the whole New York came to me from Fab.
That's facts.
You feel what I'm saying? When I did Tiana Teller, I didn't start getting Paris, London, Dublin, Europe orders. They send like, do you ship? I want this coat that Tiana had on. She's fashion. She's a fashion girl. You feel what I'm saying? She built her way in this industry. You feel what I'm saying? It's a difference. I'm not so quick. I remember stylists, you gotta watch out for stylists, fake stylists. They'll say, oh, y'all work with such and such. Okay.
Let me pull this.
Do a stylist pull on my website. Just how you go on Sex and Means. I worked at Sex, but if you can't run no game on me. Just how you go in there and you pull all the stylist pull. Or my PR say my publicists, they say we're gonna hold your card. Cause if it come back damaged, then we're gonna take what we got on there. You know what I'm saying?
So for y'all that don't know, the stylists, they come, they pulling clothes is like, they come and say, oh, I need this, that, and the third, whatever, and I'm going to bring it, you know what I mean, to the celebrity or the artist or whoever, and then, you know what I mean, we'll create the outfit, boom, 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 they'll
figure out what they want, what they don't.
Right, exactly, then go from
So
there.
how would you say an individual get in contact with these artists and celebrities? Is it through the stylist? Is it direct
what's the
DM?
best way to reach
Should
out?
they try to hit 100 people up and see who bite on it, or should they just start sending stuff? How should they get in contact to be able to put it on somebody?
Me personally, and I'm not being cocky, I have never reached out to anyone. They always reached out to me, or the main celebrity DMs me.
That's good.
It's going to happen. Like, I mean, let me just say that one tag will change your life.
Right.
That one act will change your life.
Right.
I tell Tiana every time, like, bro, I thank you. You feel what I'm saying? I love you and I thank you. She like, bro, I look, and she genuinely loves me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll call, check up on each other. But she says, we 5 days apart.
Yeah, me too. December 6th.
December 5th.
That's what I'm talking
We got
about,
good
man.
money.
Y'all niggas hyper shit, tourists in this motherfucker.
Nah.
Throw that shit in the trash.
Yeah. Keep it moving.
Listen, she just,
Damn.
her soul, her spirit is just genuine, and she will make sure. You know what's crazy? My PR reached out to everybody that was in Banni, and they ain't knocking it, to make that video of what Banni means to you. She ain't had no questions, no answers. She texted, bro, I'm going to send that to you
That was
tonight.
in the fashion show.
Yeah, I'm going to send that to you tonight when I get glammed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember she had hit me up like, bro, I was in Philly working on the store. Bro, you need to get the fuck down here. I want you to come on the set. She's in Coming to America too.
Okay.
This shit, like, they treated me like a fucking queen coming down here. I'm like, sis, I'm working. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like that. Her whole team is genuine. It's like
That's dope.
It go with family. Back in December when I came from Puerto Rico, I had a party here in the store, and she like, bitch, you need to come down here, bro. Like, this shit. I'm like, what we going to say? We about to go live. I'm like, all right. Bro, I walked in her. She didn't know that I was coming. It was like a surprise. I got her a cake. She like, motherfucker, I would have had my hair done if you was going to put me on the gram. It's just her spirit.
She seems like
That
real
makes me feel
genuine and
good,
like,
man.
Yeah.
Genuine people. You know what I'm saying? You don't really find it too often.
and like genuinely funny, like just like somebody you could really fucking bust it up with.
Yeah, I would.
doing it.
And really
something.
bid with. You feel me?
She said to me, I don't really fuck with a lot of people. And I said, baby, I'm a says too. She sometimes just skip over her. She said, I don't fuck with a lot of people, but I genuinely fuck with you because she's about to do a line for Junie. And
Okay.
she said a lot of people was not trying to give her a manufacturer. Or, you feel what I'm saying? It's
real?
just how y'all think it is with us. It's just like that in the industry.
Wow.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? One day she was like, she was the day that she was telling me to come down for her birthday. She like, where you at? I'm like, sis, my birthday tomorrow. She's like, you is a cassage. You feel what I'm saying? Just like you get that energy. Same with Dream Doll. Dream Doll's a sweetheart. She's genuine. You feel what I'm saying? Amora Jada, she's a sweetheart. Gunna, he real. Gunna be like, yo, Slap, fuck with that Slap. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He don't mind tagging. Key fuck with me heavy. Thug, of course, Thug ain't even charge me to come to my show. You feel what I'm saying? He came set front row like,
Awesome shit.
you doing it. You feel what I'm saying? For me to be 2 months in,
fashionable.
yeah, he fashion. That's fashion to me.
Yeah.
Now you may listen.
It is because he create
I
conversation
listen,
though.
you can say what you want.
That's
That's
all it
fashion.
is.
You
I just
create
personally,
conversation.
my own personal opinion, I don't fuck with Doug's fashion. That like I would never look to him and be like, oh, I want that or I want
creates
this. Or that.
conversation.
I would say that he creates conversation. I would say that he wears shit that's off the wall. He wears high end shit, but I don't. That's just not somebody that
Your
I'm
inspiration.
Yeah, that's
But
just not
listen
somebody I'm
though,
personally drawn to.
me being in this, starting to learn this industry is not really that person.
Yeah.
It's the stylist.
Okay.
The stylist is what you need to put this on to get that controversy. You think Uzi just wearing a Chanel bag and
No.
they're doing it for reasons. You feel what I'm saying?
To get people talking.
Me, they drag me, bro. These coats, these faggot coats, these feminine coats. I got every hood nigga on 52nd Street, North Philly. I got people in Delaware that ride down here to buy these coats, and that's
coats you got,
facts. You
Mir?
know what I'm saying?
My little
Couple of
brother.
Jones.
It's facts.
Right.
You got rappers, bro. I'm out of video shoot coming up. I'm gonna wear this joint. They drag because they don't see your vision. Just like they drag me with the bulletproof vest. Now everybody 50 Cent. 2020 now? They don't see your vision, and I always say you can have some hot shit, but how you gonna style it? You feel what I'm saying? My visuals, I didn't do a video until last year. I always say when I dropped my first visual, I want that shit to be like a commercial versus a music video.
Right.
That slow motion shit, acting like you in a mute. This ain't a music video, baby. This is a commercial. So when you look at my commercial, you're like, damn, is this Old Navy? This shit like the Gap. You feel what I'm saying? It's that edit. I cried. I had somebody come in here and do a video, and the video was fire. Like I directed it. I had sales rep. It was Caucasian. It was a mixy crowd. It wasn't just like, oh, we're coming down to a black. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the shit was so fire. And this is, since we in this field, I always say when folks say support black businesses and stuff like that, no. You got to support the folks that's going to be up front with you and make sure your product or your brand is sustainable and legit. Yeah. Now, I work with this homie. Time at the time, his work is phenomenal, but it's always 2-3 weeks late. By you not dropping that visual, I'm losing out on money because I don't want to drop no picture. You get more looks on the video than versus a picture. You know what I'm saying? Because people like, okay, what's next? Yeah. Man say, yo, I can't see in the video because it didn't transfer to my computer. Now, anybody that works with a photographer or a videographer, they have a memory card. I'm like, all right, do that joint over, cousin. He like, oh, I erased it because I had to work on somebody else's project. And I'm going to just say it like this. Like I told him, I said, bro, if I wasn't saved or back to the old world, I would have came to New York and just smacked the shit out you because that's wrong, bro. Yeah. Period. I paid for you to come down here, gave you extra money, and gave you merch. And you just played with me, bro. That shit is weird. Because that's how fire you want your vision. If y'all got a vision for y'all podcast or whatever y'all got, and y'all putting y'all all into it, and then somebody play with y'all, that's like y'all. About that. You know what I'm saying? You get emotional and personal, like
personal,
bro.
That's my baby.
Yeah, like, you taking away from my craft, bro. Yeah. So it's like, all right. So I got God sent this Russian guy to me. Main man did commercials for Vogue, Tommy Hilfiger, Celine. I'm like, all right, fuck it. He charged me $900. The video phenomenal. Right. So what I did was I did a plot and twist. I got a Caucasian, an Asian, African American, straight, gay. But I took this vision from Lil Yachty. If you had paid attention to Lil Yachty album cover, he did albino, a gay, a lesbian.
Oh yeah, I seen that in the movie theaters. Did
right.
You see that, Joe?
Sometimes you have to focus on everybody. This brand is for everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. I remember I was home, and I like to say my coworkers, because I treat them like coworkers. I don't never come in here. They be like, yo, boss, we thought you was, like, before they met me, they thought I was, like, coming in here with the fur coats and the polo fit. Bro, I'm in the hoodie and sweatshirt because I'm working just how y'all working. Yeah. We all gonna get at the bag. When the store go up, y'all going up. Yeah. So we always say we. I don't say I or my. This is our brand. You work with my company, it's our company. You feel what I'm saying? They was like, yo, they had posted a picture. It was two Caucasian women, older. They ran that shit up, boy, like $2,600 worth of stuff. They're like, yeah, we saw a little news. We just had to come down here. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cater to all crowd.
Yeah. That shit brought a tear to my eye because y'all still came to West Philly. Yeah. Y'all could have went to Macy's or Kohl's or Saks Fifth or Neiman's.
Or even shopped online.
Right. They came down here to feel that vibe. And they wasn't like young. They was older. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, damn. They brought them a clothes. Like, I brought my daughter a clothes. I brought me. It was like, okay, you breaking the barrier. So when that happened, I'm gonna be honest. I say, watch what y'all play on that TV, because I don't want them to get a side twister like, whoa. Right. They're like, girl, did you hear that? Like, fuck you, did it? No. So I tell them play like when y'all came in here, y'all like, what type of vibe? I want the store to be on the common vibe. At the end of the day, it's still a kids friendly store. We have a kids section. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to come in as you got kid. I don't want you to come in as a parent and be like, whoa. Because you never know what you practice outside the store in the household. Right, so I still invite. Sometimes they be like, boss, I'm a '90s soul. Like I don't listen to all the new rap stuff. I like the old school, not too old school, like the '90s music.
Yeah.
They be like, "Boss, can we change?" I'm like, "Y'all can change soon. I get out of here." Like, you feel what I'm saying? While I'm in here, I want y'all to have that vibe because we working at the end of the day. Of course, getting your zone. And the good thing about it is that when I do go home, I always get DMs like, "Yo, your workers is phenomenal. They made sure they helped me." I always tell them, make sure I don't give a fuck if somebody leave out here with a pair of socks.
Right.
Push that.
Make them have that experience of being in here and wanting to come back.
Right, and it's a hustling mentality. One secret to me, you'll never see a price tag on none of my clothes. Because once you done win the fitting room, try it on, hot, sweaty, you going to come out like, oh, how much? You go to the register, it's da-da-da-da. And they buy it. They never put it back.
Because they love it.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they never put it back. You got some people that come in here and say, they'll look at me like, yo, Will, what can I get for this joint? I'm like, bro, I'm not on the clock. They're on the clock, bro. Y'all, if outside the cameras, I'm gonna be honest with you. People respect me because I'm still Will. There's not nothing that's gonna change or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep it 100. Don't you disrespecting them by looking over them?
Yeah.
And going straight to me. That's rude. I'm like, no. I'm like, man, that's why they on the clock. And he be like, boss. I came in the middle of college. I say, you know, I'm not doing that, bro. Let me get this for $150. Do you go into these other stores and say, let me get that for that?
You go to Neiman's and say, can I get this for $150?
It's not going to happen.
You got fucking 3 hits.
Yeah. You're not walking into Neiman's and Saks like, I want this for this. I want this for that.
You're not doing, you know what? Somebody was like, some boy, and I pulled up the receipts. He like, but you're not in the Neiman's and da-da-da. So I pulled out a receipt. I said, this is Barney's email from 2017. They wanted me to sell my stuff in their store. The reason why I didn't sell my stuff in their store because you only get 10% of what you sell. So if
that's another gem.
If your cost is $250 in the store, I mean at the time I had it online, $250 online, they wanted my cost to be $2,500. I'm gonna be honest, my coach wasn't giving that. But in their eyesight, they felt like it was like, yo, once they saw certain celebrities, who's this cat? You feel what I'm saying? And that's facts. He's like, oh, you was about to, I said, I was about to be in Barney's, bro. But you would have shortchanged yourself because I only would have got, if it was, what was it, $2,500, I only got $250 off my coat.
10%, yeah.
Yet they run it up for $2,500.
Yeah,
and how many of your people who you really catering to, who really coming in loyally buying, going to spend $2,500 on a regular? You want to cater to everybody.
Now
you want other people to be in it.
Yeah. They say just do a couture collection. Now, when you do the behind the scenes research, say you get like today I had a box that was ripped up. Mm-hmm. They take away from that. And it's the thing is, you got to upfront them the money first.
Okay.
So it's basically you giving them like, let's say like 80,000. You feel what I'm saying? Mm. If something is wrong with the box and the inventory, that gets taken away off your thing, and now you owe them because that's how petty they is.
You feel any little thing?
Any little thing. If it's a rip, water stain, this can't get sold. You have to pay us for this as well. So it's like, it's the hype to say, oh, yeah, my stuff was in Barney's, but at the end of the day, I always told myself, if my stuff get into that type of store, which I don't want it to, that's why I got my own store.
Right.
You lose focus because now you're trying to make sure you have all the money for that, and your main focus is now on Barney's.
Yeah, instead of you and your brand.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I learned that when I got this store, my mind was like wrapped around this. I didn't go home for 4 months. Prior proper planning, I used the 5 Ps. My rent been paid up. Was really working. My rent paid up, I think, to August of this year. Mm-hmm. I can go home comfortable. I can't get them new Balenciagas this month, but my rent paid. You know what I'm saying? My lights is on. My mind was so wrapped into the store. I just say, yo, I need to go home. I need to hire people. I was in here like, not sad and not miserable. It was like, damn. Now my life is focused on the store. But imagine me doing that Barney's thing. Right. I would have been up they ass because I'm so focused. So I took out the time. I remodeled this store. The store didn't look like this when I opened it. I was in here
how old is the store now?
We're about to be 4 months next week.
Okay. Great ass 4 months.
And anybody that's seen the store is really nice. You know what I'm saying? Like he did
This wasn't like this. I just did this a month ago.
Okay. Like a lot of this shit was just.
It was just like it was open. It was like okay, you gotta let me in, but I had to make it feel like. To me, I wanted to feel this orange is my favorite color.
Okay.
And this matches the brand. I wanted to give it like a rusty industrial theme, and that's so behind my brand is. It's not like no Zara type of look. It's like no, this the vibe. Like you got a barnyard fitting room. You feel what I'm saying? It's just
even the metal, everything.
Yeah,
it's definitely lit. Do you feel like with success, you had to learn to eliminate individuals out of your life?
Boy, bro, yeah.
You don't mean permanently. It can
no. It's permanent.
Or even distance yourself.
Yeah.
Once you cross me or do any type of shady shit to me, bro, if you don't understand, okay, for example, my friend, one of my best friends, Dino, he got a clothing line too. We'll never bump heads because we always talk. If you're not in a circle around people that got the same thing going on or want better for you, then it's not gonna work.
Correct.
You got people asking you for money. It's like, no, I gotta pay for $1 this month. I'm not doing that. Oh, you did it, bitch. What, yo? Like, it is not even no.
I had to do a lot to get this. I mean, right? Just trying to take.
Facts.
People will never see, and you gonna get a lot of people that be like, yo, cuz, yo, bro. We are not bros. We are not cuz. It's not tell you that. Like, don't
we
come
ain't got
on.
the same mom. We don't share the same dad.
My circle is very small, and I respect the ones that's in it. But I did lose a lot of people along the way, and people don't understand. Like, just because I got it, don't mean I gotta give it to you. Like, I work hard for it. Like, we grown ass men out here at the end of the day. I still got an 8-year-old to provide for. So it's like I'm not. A couple of my friends, you lose friends. Lose friends over money, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I lost friends along the way.
Yeah.
And I think you lose friends just as you grow in general.
But you gain good ones.
You gain good ones. You know what I'm saying? You learn actually who's there for the right reasons and who.
I lost somebody getting Tiana. I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. You feel what I'm saying?
Sometimes the connections, you got to learn yourself sometimes. Sometimes you think you know yourself until you go through trials, tribulations, fall on your ass, get back up. Now you know yourself, and these people around me is really pulling from you.
Like, no,
and they just don't fit your life no more. I have close, very, like, some people that's like, that was very close to me that at a certain point in my life, I was just like, you just don't fit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't, we're not on the same wave. You know what I'm saying? You're taking a lot from me. Like, I'm giving too much of myself where it's taken away from. So I gotta love you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. If you need me on some serious shit, like, I got you, but I gotta love you from a distance because I have to focus on, I got a kid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a lifestyle that I want. I got goals. I got dreams. I got everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's like in this game or any business that you do, you gotta be. How can I say it? You gotta do what's best for you and for your standpoint in the long run. You don't do nothing for no short term or nothing that's temporary. You feel what I'm saying? So if they not in it for this season, they ain't in it. Like last year, I got into a depressed stage. I was, looking at people's Instagrams and it's like I was dropping bullshit,
right? Because
it was fast money, right? And it's like you losing your creative side because you so focused on trying to get at a bag. And when you go into the mindset of I'm just trying to make money, I was just sending out packages, but I wasn't happy. Yeah, you making the money, but it's like I started to feel like
it was a job,
not a job. I was like a boutique. Now you battling with Fashion Nova, and they damn near biting the shit. So it's like that fall of last year, I got back in my creative bag, and it's like, yo, them cargos crazy, them Sherlins is crazy. It's like, like we say, I'm a Saz, right? Those Graham Cons, top selling sweatsuits. I did not drop them until like January. I didn't want to. My uncle like, yo, that's your #1 John, bro. What are you doing?
The Jones with the strings.
I'm like, bro, when I start seeing people wear my shit to the airport, get on the plane, I don't want that. That's you not dressing that shit up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You just doing a quick, we about to go to Miami or Vegas, and we in the mirror. That's no, I don't want no fucking no. That's how I feel about my brand.
Go out with this on.
So when I dropped them tracksuits last year, they like, yo, this shit like, this one some couture Milan shit. You feel what I'm saying? People was dressing that shit up, and it was making me feel good. it wasn't like, well, I'm at the hair store taking a picture in the sweat. That's
Right.
you playing with me, and and that's how I'm taking it personally. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to dress it up because when you dress it up, Banni means to be an outcast in French. Okay. So when you walk into a building, you want people like, damn, what the fuck is that? You're making a bold statement in fashion. You walk into a hair salon, hair salon or hair store, you're not really seeing it. So now people are taking all their time like, yo, bro, you said you got a wedding coming up. I need this for my wedding. I need this for such and such. It's been times bro, I'm about to go to Miami. I need this for that. It's for it. I want my clothes to be for an event. The same way they treat these major clothes, that's how I'm having it. Right. Those swim trunks, them shits will be going my Friday because everybody done hit me up in the DMs like, yo, big homie Tink, we can come in in Puerto Rico. We need them joints.
Funny shit is, I was just like, I'm about to go on vacation. I need a couple pair of these.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, never shortchange yourself. Always I'm never going to change. Like, my goals for 2020, 2021, 2022, my prices is going to go down. Reason, it's a crazy reason why. I really want my jacket. Me personally, I want my jacket to start off 180, 170. 180 is the highest.
Okay.
Why? Because now you have a family of 3 wearing your jackets versus a family of 1 that couldn't afford it when it was 280 or 310 or something like that. So the more people that you see in it, the more that it's going to expand and you're going to see it. The money been made. The money is there. It never was about the money. It's just now just getting it out there. I want you to look fly, but I want you to spend a lot of money doing it. I'm not going to charge a crazy price. No, you ain't going to never say like, oh, they're doing cheapest shit. No, that shit fly. You feel what I'm saying? Because the manufacturers, me taking out of time, taking an 18-hour flight to China, sitting down with these people, like, you know what I'm saying? We sitting here, I'm like, I want this material. This shit feel rich. It don't feel like it's like cheesy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I've seen a lot of. Generally, I see like celebrities or somebody that already has like a following that are trying to do a brand. And one of their main things is that they want to make it affordable for the people. However, when they make it affordable, it's not.
They cut costs.
It's just not. It's not it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't be it. So like, it's
decent.
Crazy? It's decent that, but that's a fact.
Yo, you know it's
crazy. But
it's
decent that you can say that, and it's like, nah. But this is still a drip. Like, you feel me? Yeah. My whole family can have this shit on. My girl can have this on. My
I don't know what it is.
You feel me?
But any celebrity that drop a line, that shit ain't it. Like, it's never it.
And
like,
they all have the same shit. They all say, I want it to be affordable. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to
like, don't get me wrong, Beyonce dropped that Ivy Park, but Beyonce dropped that Ivy Park with who? Adidas. Yeah. When she did House of Darian, it was like
trash.
I wouldn't say it was at that era. It wasn't trash. It just
I wouldn't know. I'm just thinking like House of Darian, Apple Bottoms.
You know what's crazy though? Let me say this, and I'm glad you talked about that. Yeah. My spring collection is a remake of the early 2000s, and it's putting my spin off. I'm doing jerseys. I'm doing jersey dresses. I'm doing the halter top.
If you can bring the jersey dress back,
if you successfully pull this shit off, bro,
because it's the way that I'm doing it. So the jersey dress is like, it's a crop top. It's made out of jersey, and then it's the shorts.
Okay.
I done got the celebrities. I done did disclosures of who I done. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna market it. I got India Love is somebody that's saying, "Yo, you dope. I want to work with you. We're going out to LA. We're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're going out to LA and we're gonna kill a photo shoot." The sceneries that I got in my head is fire. And then the day that I drop the video for this collection, I'm breaking the internet. It's just my mindset and the visuals, and I've been thinking about this for a year. So it was like when you thought about it for a year, and every time I listen to that song, I be like, because I know it's about to, you know what I'm saying?
Want to do numbers.
It's a visual. I'm telling you, a visual, the way you have it, the way you direct it, and now that I have a good videographer, it's like, yo, we really about to like, it's gonna be dope. I always say this. People ask me about certain things, like, yo, how do you feel about such and such copying and da-da-da. I tell them it's never a copy because it's not, my name not on it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It could never be, honestly,
duplicated.
Often imitated but never duplicated. That's how I look at it. And it's not no cock. It's just, I know how much I put in my passion for this. So like.
And it was getting bad with the copy and shit.
Yeah, you
like,
can.
Like they was having the shit up in like the little strip malls and shit like that.
Yeah, I was on Amazon, eBay. I remember I went actually to the mall and like, yo, y'all gotta take this shit down.
Yeah.
They was like, no. I said, yeah, y'all gotta. But I had a lawyer, and the lawyer, I knew I wasn't gonna win because my name wasn't on it.
Okay.
So if your name is not on it, then it's like,
They
okay.
can
so what gem can you give to the next person that come up with some drip and they start
Charge that shit to the game. You ain't gonna win. Charge it to the game. Keep coming back. When I drop shit, I know people punching in the air because they upset. You know what I'm saying? I never feed off of negativity or anything shady that's said about me or get more back to me. Right. If it's the same stories that's repeatedly getting back to me, I know that it's true from that person. But my main focus, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? Right. I want to see people fuck my shit up for the winter, the summer. I provide the heat for the winter, and I provide the chill for the summer. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. It's not talking heavy, because for a while, I never really expressed it or try to be like, yo, I'm this, I'm that. I always was so humbled and so bottled up. Yeah. But when you start feeling yourself, and it's like, you gotta feel like that. You're never gonna say, oh yeah, your brand better than my brand. Fuck no. That's like me saying a Kappa better than an Alpha. Fuck no. Yeah, like, I love my fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Fact. So I love my brand. So I'm gonna push my brand. Friendly. It's people in my city who I fuck with heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Right. We got Stocked Up. We got Dear For. We got Pray for Fashion. We got Mabel Marie. I fuck with them heavy. Like I'm saying, we talk on the phone, we share our ideas, like, you know what I'm saying? We connect because we not trying to compete against each other. And there's others who I just don't care for, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
But those brands that's in the city that I just named, they fire, they dope. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What I have learned is that men, we could sit down and we could talk about our brand. Right. And we could be like, nah, give me like, yo, look at this joint. I'm like, yo, look at this joint, look at this commercial. You know what I'm saying? It's just, from the female point of view, and my friend, because I got a lot of females that got lines, them motherfuckers is catty. You feel what I'm trying to say?
We was just talking about this shit. We was watching something about Lil Baby. I was watching a Lil Baby interview, and they was talking about Lil Baby and Dub Baby, and how they was trying to pin them against each other. And I was just telling you this, how they was trying to pin them against each other, and how it didn't work, and how they're
I saw that interview too.
Right, you can tell them apart. They're right, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing their own thing.
That's because Lil Baby is a sass and he real. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Baby, one of my favorite rappers. Okay?
You not gonna
like, you know what I mean? He on my list right
now. You
can't
make me say no. I'm gonna say something real, but it ain't gonna mean nothing shady. You could take it how you want to take it. I hear so much shit about Will Walker, not Banni. Okay. Will Walker and Banni Peru. But if I was to dwell or stay focused on what they got going on, none of this would have happened. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all not getting inducted to New York Fashion Week. Y'all not on TV shows or videos. You know what I'm saying? Future not reaching out to y'all, and you know what I'm saying?
He's humbly talking heavy right
not that.
It's right to self-gloat. You can self-gloat.
You know it's
just like calling, you know what I mean, stating the facts. It's like saying what, you know what I mean? This is just what it is.
It's not how it is, or you trying to disclose for love and hip hop. I'm gonna keep that shit up. It's not. So it's like I'm never gonna feel like through these years I never felt. This year I feel like it's my year. Right. With all this shit going on, I still feel like it's my year because I planned for this. You feel what I'm saying? I done been, fall line is getting shot in like 3 weeks. Yeah. And I'm glad I thought about this. So now I ain't gotta worry about the virus. I can pull down my
we came in, this nigga was coughing and shit.
Yeah. It's already done. The samples is already done for fall. Right. Come May, we getting boxing. Right. Yeah. So when it's time for New York Fashion, we dropping. You feel what I'm trying to say? It's just
thinking months ahead. What month are you in? Where are you? All the way in the fall already?
Mentally.
We in December.
We in December already.
We talking about Shirley's and Picots right now. We ain't spring been done since last spring. Right. That's why I said I planned this for a year.
Right.
I think that's how all
brands.
In fact, most brands, not all, but most brands in the fashion industry.
In the fashion, you plan.
It's the year ahead. Like they do their buy. Well, some people do buying, and then like some people do their creating or whatever. But it's generally.
So you make collections. So you think of your
the collections
because
are
you're
like way
overseas
advanced,
being manufactured. You have to think in collection form.
Anybody in this city, you ask anybody in this city, and they'll say Will Walker. I never repeat.
Okay.
You only gonna see 200 people because I get 200 units made. Okay. I don't do the 50 units. I get 200. you're never gonna see me repeat something. I feel like you're not moving or progressing if you keep dropping the same thing. Yeah, that's bringing you money, but where's your creativity at?
Okay.
You stuck on that one mindset. You're not just gonna know me for that one thing. Oh, he got a hot ass swimsuit. He got a hot ass coat. I'm working on shoes. That was the secret when I went to China. I always told myself I wanted to drop a heel because females wore heels more than sneakers. I'm not really pushing the sneaker thing right now because
Are those them?
no, I don't want to wear. I don't want to design a shoe that look like somebody else's shoe. Correct. So I want to take my time when I design the sneaker to be like, damn, that don't look like a Gucci or a Balenciaga. It look like that's Banni Peru.
Yeah.
So
Doing a B.
Yeah, make that. You got to, because don't have them out here like Zion. They foot slip through the shoe. I mean, you take your time with yours, make your design right, make the quality right, like these
you
jackets.
never
like
gonna
these
see
clothes,
me
all
have
that.
another tag with somebody else's name on it and stuff like that. Everything is from the scratch and the muscle. You feel what I'm saying?
Even though that's where you started.
That's where you started.
That's where you started.
Don't never knock it.
You know what I mean?
You start off like, I think that's what anybody.
Yeah.
Me personally, let me say this. Once you get your manufacturer, and they always ask me why. Don't do t-shirts. If you're going to do t-shirts with a manufacturer, you might as well stick to the hustle ways. Why are you getting 50 t-shirts made for what?
And they cost more, right?
No.
You don't do the manufacturer.
I would never put my numbers out here on any, you know what I'm saying?
Fine.
But if you get it, how many times can you wear a t-shirt?
Right. After a certain amount of washes,
It's like damn, he keep wearing that same ass t-shirt. But if you throw a hoodie on, it's hoodie season. I can wear this hoodie a whole month straight. It's hoodie season. I wear my coat. You can dib on dabble. I could wear sweats this day, wear a t-shirt, and you can wear the sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Right.
It's how you really like put it together.
Right. Yeah, that completely makes sense. I'm loving all these. So your signature is the coat. If you had a signature thing that would repeat, it would be the coat itself. No signature t-shirt.
No, we have signature t-shirt. T-shirts just sell out. Coats normally sell out. Like, this is all the coats that's left from we started out with at least, it was 910 coats in September 9th, because we did a pop-up shop in New York. Me thinking that it was going to be fashion week, everybody was going to come, and it didn't work like that. That was a pop-up shop. It was like, it was here and there because people was going to shows. Right. So they wasn't so more focused on coming to Banni Peru. Now, if Banni Peru would have had a show, I would have brought in traffic by selling coats. So we started off with 910 coats. By when I went to China, I think I done sold like almost to 2,000 coats this winter, and this is what's left.
Right.
Then I did a collab with a guy from New York, Kai. He like a sneakerhead crazy. He got his own line too. We did the collab. This should show the people that young men can sit down and come together and bust out coats. We did three coats together. Pretty much it.
Oh, that's good.
That's what's up. That's good stuff. So we got a lot of takeaways from this. Like, we got a lot. Don't you know what I mean? Don't doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be humble, but still know your worth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something before we cut it off. Don't never let nobody change your price. Your price is your price. People always come to me, and I'm not being cocky or anything because of the name. They want to work with me, so they want to do it for free. And I tell them no. How much you charge? Because I'm gonna get more respect out of that. I don't never want you to, because I ain't gonna never do no bum shit. To me, that's bum shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How much you charge? Oh, I charge. I remember my man say, he was like, yo, I do 60 for a photo shoot. I said, bro, stop playing with me, bro. I give you 120. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just me and my spirit. Because I reached out to you and I see that you put in good work. Mm-hmm. Don't never shortchange yourself or feel like you have to stoop at a low price. So you say, I'm trying to go a connection with you, cuz. No, your connection, your money is your money. If you got a family. Right. So come on, bro. Come on.
People do better work, honestly, when they're getting paid for it.
My opinion, I prefer to pay you. Because when I pay you, this is what I want. You feel me? I don't want.
I know you're gonna get your all to it, and then they're gonna be like, bro, you ain't even. Cause some folks get in that mindset like, bro, you ain't even paid me. Like,
this was for
so
free.
You shouldn't have did it
when
like,
you get it.
I would have preferred to pay you to get exactly what I want versus you doing this shit pro bono, and then we having this whole extra conversation that's unnecessary. You feel me?
People that don't, I remember I did a fashion show in New York, the New York fashion show, and I didn't know that people was fucking had cameras and my PR handled that. They're like, oh, you snatching the photos and tag. I'm like, baby girl, I'm only posting what my assistant gave to me to post. Oh, you should have tagged me.
Oh, meaning that you were taking the photos that the other photographers posted.
But my sister never ran that to me like, we got such.
You didn't know.
I didn't know. So it's like, you trying to drag me through social media. I'm like, I want to post this shit. It ain't that deep. You feel what I'm saying? But when you're getting paid, she probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Because she got paid for it. But if she came in and honestly, I told her this, like, sweetheart, I gave you exposure. You got close to these celebrities to get these pictures. If it wasn't for me to pull you in, or my assistant to say, okay, cool, can so-and-so do the shoot, you would have never got that shot. And now you would have never got that tag. So say that for your resume. Sometimes what they say, humble yourself.
Yeah. You do have to. I love this interview. There's a lot of gems that I can't even pull away. Forget somebody trying to be another fashion designer. You could pull a lot away to personally put into your life. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hustle.
Yeah.
Definitely hustle. This is all hustle, and I see came from the ground up. The things you want to do as far as the group home. That's amazing. A lot of people only thinking that one hustle. They not trying to figure out how to make their money,
and
or
get
how
stuck
to
on
give
one
back
thing.
to you know what I'm saying?
And take that personal things that they have going on in their life and switching that into a positive. Like, you know what I'm saying? To say, like, like my mom was on drugs and I got to take care of my little brother. That led me to want to do a group. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about. Like, it's about just basically dropping gems and giving the knowledge to the next person. Like, you know what I'm saying? That young boy or that young girl that's like, you know what I mean? That's looking up to people like you or you know what I mean, myself.
One thing not to cut you off, one thing for certain, two things for sure. When you whatever brand you start, just make sure you had like your research. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Like, know your research, know what you get into. I'm gonna fuck you selling hair, lashes. Make sure you have your LLC. Make sure you have all that. Find out where you can go downtown and get your LLC or get your name from. It's free. People out here be saying it's 200, 300. I mean, of course, if they know how to do it, they gonna hustle you. But you can go downtown. You know what I'm saying? I held a class here, how to build a brand or start a business, and had the forms for them to fill out. It was easy. Told them how to download WeChat. Told them how I made them find the manufacturer in front of me, and they was like amazed, like, oh my God, I've been trying to find a manufacturer for years. It's like, me, honestly, no one's gonna sit down with you because a lot of people don't want to see a lot of people eat.
They don't want to see them win.
What you make don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? And what I make don't make you shit. Right. But at the end of the day, I got a mindset whereas though they always say give back to the community. My give back is give knowledge. So I'm pouring into you guys to start something in the community versus me giving a fucking fan or a jacket or a pair of jeans away saying give back. That's not really giving back. That's a publicity stunt in my eyes. Okay. But if you sit down and say you want to open a barbershop, okay, this is how you do this to open a barbershop. You want to do a fucking plumbing business. This is how you do it. This is the paperwork. I had the paperwork on hand for him. Sat down, told him what building to go to. Show him how to download WeChat. People was like, yo, I got to manufacture. I'm like, now you got to learn to manufacture. You said MOQs. Right. Now, this is something that I learned this year. The manufacturers are more so worried about the fabric. They don't want the fabric to go to waste. So you can get 200 jackets, but you can get 4 styles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as the fabric don't make it. And that's good for you because instead of you pushing 200 of the same coats, now you pushing 25 of one coat. You feel what I'm saying? Right. That was something that I had to learn this year out of the whole 2 years. But if you don't ask, they're not going to tell you because they assume that you already know because you reached out to them. Right. So a lot of people learn from, I had a young lady ride from New York on a bus. And she like, yeah, I took a bus and a train to get here, you know, on this Super Bowl weekend. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just goes to show, like, how far people want to take their business. I had people that did lashes and hair come out and speak. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people hit me up now like, yo, my business is rolling, sending me their logos and stuff like that. Nice. So it's like,
it make you feel good.
Yeah.
You definitely get to reach and teach. That I love that. Yeah. You got to be able to reach somebody, get somebody else the opportunity. And it's kind of harder to uplift your community by yourself. If you can uplift someone and y'all can do it together, multiple people doing it, it's better in numbers. Everything.
You know what's crazy though? A lot of people.
Some people don't get that shit though.
They don't have a mindset.
They don't get that.
Yeah, we have, or
you can do so much with each other. You feel me? Like versus trying to take the time and energy or whatever to tear the next person down or whatever. Like whatever I'm good at, whatever you good at, we could put this shit together.
Even with this interview, when you reached out, it was like I was weak as hell. Like I couldn't even like get to my phone. You feel what I'm saying? I just found out I had high blood pressure. I need to sit down.
Oh shit.
So when I got back to like my nose was bleeding out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like you feel what I'm saying? And it was just like randomly just I'm like, fuck, I ain't sick, and then I started feeling weak. I'm like, something wrong.
Right.
Slash that I got sickle cell, so it's like I'm thinking there's a crisis going on.
Right.
They're like, no, you got high blood pressure. So they put me on these meds. It began with an L. Put on these meds, and when I got my strength back, I went home for 2 weeks. I hit back up, but let me tell you, me personally, I sit back and I analyze and I observe. I checked y'all out, did my research.
Correct.
And it's like you don't want to put yourself in a bullshit position. Now it was folks that reached out to me that wanted me to sit on their fucking couch and just like talk. And it's like, bro, how can you get interviewed by Vogue and Elle magazine and then it just doesn't make sense? Correct. Just like when folks say, yo, can you do this high school fashion show? No.
That's just not the lane you
I can provide clothes, but I'm not coming to do that because are you going to pay for my flight? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not being cocky, it's just a standard. You can't model in Milan and London and Paris, and then you go back to a high school. It don't make sense. I always say my new slogan is make it make sense. So it's like, all right, is African American men that's doing something and trying to teach knowledge. Why not sit down and have a talk with them? Because if Will Smith or Jada would say, "Can you come sit at the red table?" What's the difference from sitting at the red table and sitting with y'all? You feel what I'm saying?
Right. The wave runners.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just you sometimes do your research. When you do your research, you get stuff like this. You feel what I'm saying? But if you don't, I could have been on some cocky shit like, oh bro, I'm not coming down from Atlanta to do. I did inventory today. I came here with 10 boxes. He like, you cool? When he walked in, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. That's why I say take a shot. But no, it's not about. The energy is gonna come if you're around good energy. Right. And I always say that.
We appreciate that, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good takeaway, man. Well, thank you.
This was a good motherfucking episode, man. We appreciate it, bro. You know what I mean? You dropped a lot of gems just for anybody, not even just in the fashion industry. Anybody that's, you know what I mean, aspiring to be an entrepreneur or just like looking to make it through life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was it was layers. You feel me?
Yeah. I had to close my computer because you answered them.
Yeah, facts. He was answering this. I'm like, wait, nigga, hold on. I was supposed to. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of layers to that. And I think that if people really listen and take some of that stuff away, it's like that could reach a lot of people.
So now if they want to come to the store, what's the location?
What's the location? Drop
actually come in.
You can reach me at 507 South 52nd Street, right near Larchwood. I'm on 52nd Street, actual 52nd Street, not off of 52nd Street. Come through, come shop, man, get laced up here.
All right, we appreciate it, y'all. You know what I mean? Click the link in our bio, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Give us your feedback. Until next time.